So I had the craziest night. I was having like dreams about traveling into other dimensions and so I'm like super tired this morning. And my dreams were it was insane. I will be sharing them at some point because I feel like they are important for the collective. Sometimes I get like insights on things spiritually, and this dream, I will say the one part of it that stands out is it basically talked, or what I heard or what I saw is like light workers stepping into their power. And it was an interesting experience. So if you have been watching this and are in a spiritual awakening, you are transitioning currently into your power, as I am, and all other light workers who are sent here at this time on the earth to collectively bring the energy of light and love back into the earth and to help remind other humans of who they truly are deep within their spirit. So that was the main message I feel like that I was getting from this. I will say like insight dream, prophetic dream. I'm not really sure what to call it. So, but I will leave it at that. So just keep pushing through all of your healing, because you have a job to do. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and go pull the 2 cards for the day. And like I said, these cards, whenever they pop up for you and you watch this video, that's when they are meant for you. So intuitively use your own intuition, your own spirit to really guide you to get the message out of this. I will share what I feel intuitively, but believe in your own intuition too. Okay? All right. So let's go ahead and pull from the tarot to see what message we get. I got these all tangled up here. All right, I need to get a better table cover. This one likes to move around light. Okay, there we go. This is funny. We've had this card before, and it was the very beginning. I think this was the same card. We have the 2 of Pentacles. So I will let you meditate on this. Kind of take it in, look at what it's saying to you. You can see there's some waves in the background as if it's ocean, some boats on the ocean. He's holding 2 what appears to be coins, pentacles with stars, and it's like he's juggling them back and forth. It appears as he's performing. I've what I understand about some of these cards is that if you look here, there's a straight line at the bottom, and that is a stage he's on. So like he's a performing, like an actor, or he is in front of a crowd of subway and he's trying to decide what to do. But he's not in the waves, he's not in the boats, he's just there juggling these 2 coins. So what this card normally means is there's a decision that you were trying to make, and it's almost like you're like, I don't know which way I want to go with this. So I almost feel like this might be saying to us, it is like you are juggling between 2 different dimensions and worlds right now. Like you're increasing in your spirit, you're increasing in your intuition, you're increasing in your ability to understand things spiritually, but you're also in the world still and juggling what you have to do on a daily basis within the world and within your human aspect. And so this can be a hard juggle to balance, and sometimes you go really far spiritually or really far within your human, like the earthly. And that, what I will say, is where the split in the matrix is. And so there is somehow, in some way, that there needs to find like a balanced energy where you can show up in the world as your true authentic self, as your spirit self, but be able to give this message, give your spiritual message, and to the worldly message understandably to people that don't understand it, if that makes sense. So I kind of feel like this might be the juggling act of trying to figure out your purpose, the way that you show up in the world. So I will leave it at that. I felt like I was supposed to, no, I'm not feeling it. I thought I wasn't supposed to pull from my Moonology card, but I'm not feeling that right now. I'm not sure where I'm supposed to go right now. Let me feel what I'm... Okay, so I feel like I'm supposed to pull from my Sacred Light Oracle. I did this yesterday, and I'm not sure. I don't know. We'll see what is happening here. When I sat down earlier and I was juggling and getting ready, I just picked up my Moonology cards, and so I assumed that was what direction I was supposed to go. But this is an example of listening to your intuition. Maybe the message has changed since I sat down. Maybe the message I was supposed to get from the Moonology was just for me. And what collectively the Spirit wants to say is in this card. So I'm going to go ahead and just listen to my spirit, to my intuition, so I can give it to you correctly. And I had not shuffled these before because I didn't think I'd use them. So let's see what we get here. Because there's clearly a message about moving into your power and showing it to the world. Okay, here we go. Consciousness, self-awareness, personal realizations, and prejudice. It's a number 7 card, which is a divine card. It is like the card that of like so in the tarot, 10 is completion. Spiritually, 7 is like a intuitive spiritual number. They consider it to be a completion number within religion. This guy has a candle and there's a tree that appears behind him. So I'm going to let you meditate on this. He appears to be a monk. He might be meditating. There's a lot of light around him. And if you can see the tree behind him with a, like maybe the sun in the background, but he's looking at a candle. He's looking at the light, and I'm not sure what is coming out of his cloak there. I don't know. I'll let you, I feel like somebody is looking at that, so I'm just going to let you meditate on that for a minute. So get that picture in your head. So what I'm picking up here actually is exactly what I got out of the Two of Pentacles, is the 2 dimensions of the earthly world and the spiritual world. And he or she or it is connecting with the light within, but also using, like, staying within the earthly awareness. So the self-awareness, understanding the ego, personal realizations, and prejudice. So opening the self up to growing and releasing old mindsets, things that have been programmed in you to believe about, like, other people, other things, spiritually, personal realizations, things in you that need to be healed so that you can move into your power. And then focusing on the light within you so that that can show up more than your ego. So it's a balancing act between the ego and the light. And, you know, I had a mentor tell me recently, because I kept talking about how I wanted to decrease my ego and, like, walk in my spirit. And she told me, you know, that's important, but the most important thing is to increase your spirit and to walk in the spirit and consciousness, because you still need the ego to survive in this earth, because without it, we're not able to function as humans. So we have our human self, we have our body, we have our minds, we have our ego, but there's a balance between them. So the way you show up in the world, the way that you use your spirit, like I said earlier, like balancing act of your spirit and your earthly self, so that you can pour that power and light out in a balanced way that helps people to get it, to understand it. So that is the lesson for today. And I encourage you to meditate on that, really spend some time digging into maybe what it's saying to you personally, because I'm going to, because I think it's a good message. So I wish you the best, and I encourage you to keep pushing forward through your spiritual awakening. Namaste.